are. We're PAX09 Live, day 2. So I got Split Second game here. It's a racing game. It's by Disney. I got Keyur. Am I saying that right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, close enough.
And he's with Split Second. Can you tell us a little bit about the game?
Well, Split Second is it's a new IP coming from Disney. It's created by BlackRock Studio. It is an action arcade racing game. It's set in the world of a reality TV show. So you as a driver or a racer are a contestant in this fictional television show called Split Second. And the goal is for you to start the show and go through the entire reality TV series to the season finale. The way we're different from everybody else is that in Split Second you have the power to trigger explosive environmental destruction or explosions in the environment where you truly use a city as a weapon to take your opponents out. You build power by driving aggressively and you trigger these events to take people out. People trigger these to take you out all the time. So there's a constant state of tension going on while you drive the race. The speeds are extremely fast. We're pushing arcade racing, we're pushing that envelope as much as we can. The handling, the physics, the scale of the action itself is very arcade in nature. The look and feel are extremely realistic. It is based on, fictional city or urban environments. What we're showing here is an airport location, which is one of many locations in the game, and we're showing one track from the airport location where, it's kind of interspersed with smaller and larger power plays, which are environmental destructive moments in the game.
I was playing it earlier, and you're right. It has a very realistic feel to it. The controls are nice. The motion blur in it's incredible. Explain a little bit more about the aggressive nature of it that you were talking about, triggering events. It's not an ability or anything, is it? Or is it a weapon-based? It's nothing like that.
Definitely not weapons-based. The city is a weapon, as opposed to actual real-life weapons being your weapons. It is a Disney game after all, so there are no people. People don't get hurt. What you're driving on is a massive studio soundstage, and the entire city is rigged to blow. So everything is rigged with explosives. While you drive, you earn the ability, you earn power to be able to trigger some of these. So all the explosives are there, but they're not all activated for you while you start. Only when you earn some of that power will some of these become active for you to trigger on your opponents. Based on how they drive, they earn the ability to trigger these on you. So it's a constant battle. It's a play of strategy that, you want to trigger smaller power plays and get one position ahead at a time, take out one car at a time, or you want to build it up for a little while and bank them and then take a bunch of cars out, create a shortcut, bring a bridge down or tear a building down, or bring a jumbo jet crashing on the tarmac in front of you to take multiple cars out at the same time.
So it becomes an epic part of the game.
It's actually more than just a racing game. I mean, there's so many elements of action game. There's elements of shooter games. I've had people come in and tell me that I'm not a big fan of racing games, but this is an action game in a car, in explosions. So this game is not just for you and for me and for racing fans. It's for fans of racing games, arcade racers, action adventure games, shooter games. That's a spectacle in every second of Split Second.
Real quick, and this goes a little off subject on that, have you gotten your rating yet on it?
We have not.
Are you shooting for something? Since you are Disney, I know that's probably really important to them, but with the gameplay like that, and there's a little bit of crashing and things like that, do you know what you're shooting for?
We're shooting for an E10+.
Oh, okay, cool. A question coming from the chat room. It probably won't affect this game particularly, but do you know how the merger with Marvel is going to actually affect gaming in the future with Disney's productions?
I don't know too much about it. It's too new for news that big to be filtered down to us yet. It's business as usual for us. We have a team who's actually working on responses to various kinds of questions of this kind. In due course, these will be answered. It's too new for us to know this yet.
Yeah, no problem. From the chat room, they're asking what consoles and what platforms is this going to be off of?
It's coming out on spring 2010 on the 360, the PS3, and PC.
Is there an actual date or just the spring?
We will release a date. We'll announce a date shortly.
Okay. How many cars are going to be in it on the release?
It's going to be a ton of cars. You'll start out with a few cars, but they will be tricked out, and then you earn or unlock cars as you go by, as you get achievements in the game, as you
upgrades for the cars.
Sorry?
Upgrades for the cars?
There will be upgrades for the cars. There will be customization to the tune that you haven't seen before. There's not a traditional garage, or there's no currency in the game that you win money, buy parts, fix it up. That's not the way it is. Split Second's different. You will customize your car, but again, we will reveal that in the next 2-3 months' time.
Yeah. Are you already planning on doing downloadable content or expansions for it?
A ton of it. That'll be a lot at launch and post-launch. So we will support it in a big way.
And you're talking tracks and cars and just all sorts of different things for it?
And more.
And everything in it is it's not an open world, right? Everything's a base track, right?
It is a closed track because it's a set. It's not open world. It is a closed track. It's fictional. The cars are not licensed. They're all fictional. There's different classes and varieties of cars. But again, it's loosely based on certain cities with certain landmarks. But, it's a fictional city.
I'm getting a question from chat. They want to know, since you are Disney, is there any Disney characters in the game, maybe there or hidden?
No, there aren't. This is a big boy racing game. This is a game that appeals not only to your traditional Disney customer, which would be the younger male, female guys, but at the same time for guys who are into, arcade racers as well as, arcade racers on next-gen platforms. So this is a AAA racing title. So we're not in this one.
Okay, I got a really interesting question for you. In the parks and stuff like that, they do little things like hidden Mickeys. You are Disney. Do they ever do any hidden things in games that are references to Disney, like hidden Mickeys or anything like that? Or are they trying to push themselves away from that image towards something else?
It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I haven't found any hidden Mickeys or paths or trails or castles in the games I've played. Maybe, maybe not. I would doubt it. Again, this is a core property. We are trying to push the boundaries on innovation on this game, and we're trying to, of course we're Disney, but we're treating this product as a blockbuster movie as opposed to a typical Disney property.
Well, I want to also clarify to folks, even though Disney is producing it, it is a completely different game than I've ever seen from Disney. It's a great racer. I really did enjoy a lot of it, and I didn't see the massive explosions that you were talking about. I got to go back over there and play that now because I'm really excited about that. But yeah, it would be comparable to several of the racing games that I have played recently.
Definitely is comparable. We have got a lot of our learnings from some of the games that have been successful in the past, and we've built on those. I mean, racing genre over the last few years or last few games haven't seen a lot of innovation. The older Burnouts were great because that was something new, that was groundbreaking. The more recent games across different brands haven't had something spectacularly new or different, which is what we think we have. This element of using the city as your weapon, using environmental destruction to take your opponents out is something that hasn't been explored before. I think this is one of the things that kind of helped us get the Best Racing Game Award at E3 this year. We won the Best Racing Game Award at E3 last year with another game from the same developer, BlackRock Studio. So first time in history has that ever happened for a studio to win back-to-back awards, in the same category.
That's great. Congratulations.
BlackRock has done that. The goal for this, last year they came out with Pure, a super successful game for us, critically and commercially. The goal for this is even to get better than that. It is a mainstream game. It is arcade racer. It's something that will appeal to you, me, our younger siblings, our older siblings, everybody.
From the chat room, they're wondering, do you know the system requirements for PC?
I don't know that on top of my head. Most of the information we have about this is on our Facebook page. So facebook.com/splitsecond is the official hub or portal for all content Split Second. I'm sure this information will be posted to that shortly.
And there's a game trailer up there too, so they can check it out,
There
right?
are multiple trailers up there. All the content that we will create will be released first via our Facebook page. So there's a ton of screenshots, the PAX updates are up there, the trailers are there. Every trailer that we do create from now until launch, which will be plenty, will all be up on our Facebook page.
Well, that's awesome, man. I appreciate all your time. Thanks for stopping by. What do you think about our blimp?
You need to bring that over to the Split Second booth. You'll find a way to take it down.
It'd be awesome, right? All right, so you're watching live coverage of PAX09 Day 2. This is JR, and we're with ufragtv.com. Here's Shane.